Thomas the Tank Engine is very proud of his branch line. He thinks that it's the most important part of the entire island of Sodor. His two coaches, Annie and Clarabelle, always agree with him. Every day, Thomas puffs along his branch line with his two coaches filled with visitors. Thomas is never lonely on his branch line. His friends often pass by.
One day he had to wait for Henry's passengers, which made Thomas very, very cross. He waited and waited, but Henry didn't come. What on earth are those old square wheels doing? Henry knows that I'm supposed to be on time.
He blew an angry peep peep on his whistle.
At last, Henry arrived. Sorry I'm late, Thomas, said Henry. A cow strayed on the line and we had to wait for the farmer to take her away. Huh, said Thomas. These animals are always getting us in trouble. You know what I say, Henry? You know what I say? Henry was puzzled. What? Cows. F*** 'em. They're always in the way, cried Thomas as his passengers climbed on board Annie and Clarabelle. Just then the guard's whistle blew and Thomas rushed away. Thomas was soon working hard to make up for lost time. Steady now, steady, said the driver to Thomas. Then came trouble. A careless signalman had forgotten to change the points for Thomas. And the points were set to an old part of Thomas's branch line. They were going the wrong way.
That's strange. Where am I?
I've worked on my branch line for years, but I've never been here before. Just ahead was a dead end.
Thomas's driver applied the brake, but it was too late.
Meanwhile, Sir Topham Hatt looked at the clock. Thomas hasn't arrived yet, he said. That must mean he's in trouble. Soon Sir Topham Hatt was flying high in Harold the helicopter. Look! There they are! It wasn't Thomas's fault, said the crew. Never mind that. I'm just happy to see that you are all safe. Then Sir Topham Hatt noticed something. It was an old part of Thomas's branch line. He went to inspect it. said Sir Topham Hatt. Very interesting. Sir Topham Hatt was very pleased with Thomas's discovery. He spoke to Thomas. Thomas, you've just found another attraction for the island. We'll need all engines to make this place of your branch line as good as new. Thank you so much, sir, said Thomas. He was very pleased. And when Thomas had a break of the day, he came to see the other engines. Thomas told them all about his discovery. And all the engines cheered for Thomas. Now then, said Sir Topham Hatt, there are lots of jobs to do for the restoration, so I want you all to work very hard. Thomas, I would like you to bring some building materials from the construction site. Edward, I would like you to bring materials for building new rails. Henry, I would like you to collect some wood from the forest for building new buildings. James, I would like you to bring some ballast from the small railway. Ballast is heavy, and I need a strong engine like you. Gordon, I would like you to pick up the workmen. And Percy, I would like you to bring some stone from the quarry. Yes, sir, the engine said. Soon, all the engines were hard at work, and the sounds of construction filled the air. New rails had to be built. Buildings had to be repaired. And new trees had to be planted. Even Terrence the tractor helped too. And in about a week, Thomas's discovery looked better than ever before. Well done, all of you, said Sir Topham Hatt. Thank you, sir, said the engines. Now you will all go to your sheds. Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt, you have to collect a special load from the docks at midnight, he said, and you will rest here for the night. Yes, sir, he said. So all the engines except Thomas went back to the sheds. And when nighttime came, Thomas set off to the docks. At Brendam Docks, Cranky the Crane was unloading Thomas's cargo. Thomas buffered up to the trucks. The shunter fastened the coupling, and off Thomas went. Thomas had delivered the building materials and rested there.
But just as Thomas was about to close his eyes, he heard a strange sound. Who the was that? He said. He heard the sound again. Who's there? Then a whisper came. Are you an engine owned by Sir Topham Hatt? Yes, said Thomas, and proud of it. I'll come over to see who you are. Thomas looked to his right and saw a little engine with a tall funnel on the ground. What's your name? Asked Thomas. My name is Stepney, said the little engine. I've been here for years. Please help me. I would love to help. By the way, my name is Thomas. One other thing. Why are you left here? I've broken down and I've been left here so that they can find some new parts. But they never were found. Don't worry, Stepney, said Thomas. I'm gonna go and tell Sir Topham Hatt. He'll know just what to do.
So Thomas did.
Thomas soon arrived with Sir Topham Hatt on board. Look, there he is, sir, he said. And Sir Topham Hatt walked over to Stepney. Stepney, he said, it's very, very nice to meet you. We'll have you as good as new, and you can help out on the restoration of Thomas's new discovery. Oh, thank you, sir, Stepney said. Soon Stepney was as good as new and helping out on the restoration. And in about a week, Sir Topham Hatt called some of his engines to go to the grand opening. Sir Topham Hatt had a special announcement. I officially declare this part of Thomas's branch line open. All the engines cheered, and Thomas was the proudest of all.